Hey you guys, welcome back to K&KInspired Creations with Tara. So today I'm going to show you guys how I made this very easy but very cute fake beehive cake. So I ended up grabbing one of those jumbo ice cream drink cups that you can get from the Dollar Tree. And for this DIY, I'm only going to use the top. And then I got about 4 of those foam disc rounds that you can also find at Dollar Tree. They come in like a 2-pack. And so the first thing I did is I went ahead and hot glued them all together because it's going to be one big piece. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be mostly using air dry clay on this particular project. So I'm grabbing some white air dry clay. This is the white air dry clay that I get off of Amazon. The link should be in my description. But you can also get it from Designs by Janira. On Facebook, I like to get her clay as well. So right now I'm just conditioning it. That way when it dries, it does not crack really bad. I did add a little bit of yellow, a little bit of red, and a little bit of brown paint. And all 3 of these paints did come from Dollar Tree, so you can get your paint from Dollar Tree. It's acrylic paint. And so what I'm doing is my goal is to change the color of the clay to get it like this honey, or kind of like a honey, or maybe just like a bee-ish color. So I got the color that I wanted. I just took a little bit of baby oil and a toothbrush and I'm spreading it over this cute little, I think it's like a honeycomb mold that I got off of Amazon that I will also link in the description. And so I'm just kind of rolling the clay out on there because I would like for my cake, at least the bottom of the cake, to have the indents of that like honeycomb shape. This is going to be, once we finish, it's going to be like a beehive. So I thought it'd be cute to give it a cute little, honeycomb print around the bottom of it. And so now I'm just cutting it out so that it's like the right size. You don't want to cut it too small because air dry clay does shrink a little bit when it dries, so keep that in mind. You can cut stuff a little bit bigger than it needs to be, that way you have more space. You're going to see at the very end that there is going to be like a spot near the door of the beehive that you can see the foam in the inside, and that's what happened. The air dry clay, it dried and it shrunk and it split. So just a FYI, keep that in mind. So I did take some of that silicone glue that I tell you guys about all the time, and that's just so that the air dry clay does adhere to the foam really well, because air dry clay foam doesn't want anything to adhere to it. So there's just, a precaution. And so I got it on there, just make sure it's on there good. And now I'm going to do that again, doing the same thing, just kind of conditioning it first so that it doesn't crack. And then I'm going to go ahead and smooth it out. I am using my little acrylic rolling pin. I believe I was able to find one of those on Amazon too, so I'll put that in the description as well. And this silver tool that I'm using to cut it out, I did also get this from Dollar Tree. I want to say I got this out of the kitchen area. I don't know what you use it in the kitchen for, but this is kind of what I use it for on smaller projects. I got a large one out of like the automotive area, and then I got this one from the kitchen area. So like I said, when you are in Dollar Tree, do not just don't just go to the crafting aisle. You have to go all over the store because they have lots of cool things that you can use while crafting everywhere all over the store. So I just added some more of that silicone glue, and now I am adhering that second piece onto there. So I did do this about 2 more times so that it went all the way around. Now I'm using some black air dry clay that I also got off of Amazon. I did link that in the description below if you want to check that out. And so I'm using my larger rolling pin because I need this to be much, much bigger than the other one. So now I'm going to grab my acrylic one and just go ahead and smooth it out as much as I can. I'm not too worried about whether it is like extra smooth or whether it's the same like thickness all the way around. This is going to be like a drip on top of the cake, and drips are not consistent with size, thickness, length, any of that stuff, so it didn't really matter. And this cookie cutter, or what do you want to call it, I think I got this off of Etsy. If I can find it, I'll put that in the description as well. But it is a large size. It works out great. It wasn't as big as I needed, but it was the biggest one I had. So I just took my acrylic little roller pin and just kind of spread it out just a little bit more so that it covered the very top and the whole top of my cake, which it does now. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on there. Since the air dry clay is still kind of wet and the air dry clay underneath is still kind of wet, it's going to adhere to the air dry clay. It's okay that it doesn't quite adhere to the foam underneath. And so that came out pretty good. So the next thing I want to do is I want to do the top of it, make it look more like a beehive. So I am using that air dry clay, the white air dry clay. A little bit of yellow paint, a little bit of red paint, a little bit of brown paint to try to get that color back, that yellow that I made earlier. And that's what I'm doing now. It's just I need more air dry clay. Like I ran out. So that's what I'm doing right now. And while I'm doing that, I do want to take a second and just thank you so much for watching my videos. You can be watching anybody else's videos on the planet, but you're watching mine, and I'm so appreciative of that. If you've been able to watch it up until this point, don't forget to go ahead and like my video. And so to do the top part, I decided that I was just going to roll it out. So basically what I did is I rolled it out to some little snakes. The first one, I had to make it pretty long, obviously because it was for the very bottom of the little ice cream portion, like, because that's what that is. It's, you know, from the ice cream, from those jumbo drinks that you can get from Dollar Tree. But yeah, so I had to make it pretty big. So I'm just going to use some scissors to cut it off and then kind of adhere those two together. I am going to use some more of that silicone glue so that it does adhere to that plastic. The air dry clay is wet enough to where it might stick, but at the end of the day, I want my stuff to stick long term, so I do use that as a little precaution. And so once I get that on there, I am going to go ahead and wrap that around there again and just kind of press it into it so that it doesn't go anywhere. And so yeah, I like the way that looks so far. So I'm going to do that over and over and over again until I get to the tippy top of that little container. And usually you can find those types of container, like the jumbo ice cream containers. You can find them, like I said, at Dollar Tree, but it's usually around the spring/summertime. So if you're thinking about making something like this, you might want to go there now and grab you one because they do sell out pretty fast. You might want to get a couple of them because I've used them for this, and I've also used them. Well, actually, I used the bottom of it, not the top, but I used the bottom of it to actually make like this cute little flower basket, like this cupcake flower basket. So I can always show that one too if you're interested. So you can use both parts of it so that, you know, you don't waste any of it. But anyway, if this is your first time here, welcome to my little pastel bakery corner of the internet. And if you are returning, hey, fake bestie, thank you so much for coming back. Here we do make and create fake baked desserts, seasonal decor, and fun DIY pieces that look good enough to eat. So if that is your vibe, go ahead and subscribe. And again, do not forget to like, subscribe. Please leave a comment and let me know what you think about this one. Hopefully you saw the cake that I made last week. So this is the second bee cake that I made, and I love my bee cake so much. I love the bee theme. It's so cool. I love the yellow and black colors, how they coordinate together so well. But yeah, don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I could have done better. And thank you again so much for watching and supporting my channel. You have no idea how much I appreciate it. And so, yeah, as you can see, I'm just pretty much doing the same thing, just rolling it out like a snake, trying to keep it about the same thickness, each one of the little snakes, but just kind of going around and around. Each time, my little snake isn't as long as it was before because obviously it's getting the, you know, circumference is getting smaller. And this is a really, really easy cake, as you can see. Just kind of rolling out snakes and doing stuff like that. It's very easy. It's a very simple cake. Something you can do really quick just to add to your, you know, whatever decor, or if you have some type of yellow theme going on, you can use this as well. But it's very easy. And so as we continue to go up, we're just going to continue to just add these all the way up to the top. And at the very top, I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to do it. I didn't know if I wanted to do like, I don't know what I wanted to do. So when I got to the very tippy top, like I'm gonna do one more snake here, but at the very tip top, I am literally just going to roll the last of the clay into like a little ball and just kind of sit that on top. It just made sense. But I like the way that it came out. It's so cute. It's one of my favorite cakes as well. And so now it's time to adhere the two pieces together. So it looks like one big piece. I did, of course, use that silicone glue, but you can use Tacky Glue from Dollar Tree. Tacky Glue from Dollar Tree works just as good. To my knowledge, it does dry like a clear color. So now around the bottom of the cake, because it is a cake, that's what I wanted to make sure that everybody knew when they looked at it. It is a bee themed cake. So around the bottom of cakes, most of the time there is like a little border. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and put like a little border around the bottom of this cake as well. I'm going to use that black since the bottom of the cake is yellow. And this mold is also in the description as well. So I am basically, you know, doing like a normal looking like border piece, but I didn't like it once it came out. So I am going to use this little curved one because this is like a circle cake. So I was like, this might be easy to put it around. And so I did. I just used this one, and I think I was able to do maybe, it was either 4 or 6 of these, and that went around the entire cake. I want to say maybe it was about 4 or 5 of them, and then like maybe half of one to go around the entire cake. And I like that. It actually made it look complete because at the bottom you could already see a little bit of the foam, and as the air dry clay dried, it would have just shrank even more, and you definitely would have been able to see the foam at the bottom. So this was definitely a really good move. And so the next thing I wanted to do was make a door. So I did just take some black air dry clay, and then I flattened it out. And then I took a circle, like one of the smaller circle cookie cutters that I had, and then just cut out like half of it. And then I ended up just kind of cutting off the bottom to make it flat. Figured out which part I wanted to be the front of the cake, and that's when I'm going to just use that silicone glue to glue that little door to the front of the cake. I am going to also take some of the yellow air dry clay that I made and kind of roll it out to a snake and put that around the door so that it gives it like a little, like a frame, like a door frame, if that makes sense. Just to give it a little extra something so that it stood out a lot with comparison to the rest of the cake, so that you knew it was an actual door. So one of the last things I did is I do have some more little bees. So I was like, let me go ahead and glue. I used that silicone glue. It actually worked good. I'm surprised I didn't use hot glue to get it to stay, but they stuck really good. Some little bees to the cake, just different parts of the cake. I put it all over the cake. These bees, they were big, they were small. I actually really like these a lot. There's so many different types of bees that you find on Amazon, on Temu. So if you're going to get some, just get a couple of different varieties because they go well for different, you know, projects or whatever. If I could find these, I would definitely link these in the description as well. But yeah, it came out so cute. The last thing I did is I added some glitter. Of course, you know me and glitter. And here's the final reveal. That at the front, you can see where it split a little bit, but it came out so cute. I'm still so in love with this cake. It was a very easy cake to make, like I said, simple to add to your decor. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I guess I'll see you next time. And like always, keep it sweet and keep it creative.